What's up, everybody? Professional wrestler Chris Wild back with another video on Eagles news now. This is going to be a short one, guys. As Pro Football Talk, just a day ago, announced that the NFL plans to announce some changes to its preseason schedule for the upcoming 2020 season, as weeks 1 and 4 are probably going to be wiped out and wiped off each team's schedule, leaving just 2 preseason games before the season opener on September 13th. The Eagles were supposed to play the Colts on 8/13 and then the Jets on 9/3. So it looks like those things will not be happening. And then earlier in the week, the Eagles actually reached out to some season ticket members who decided not to, and they decided not to charge those who asked to defer payment until July 1st. They also say in that letter that they'll have more information on the 2020 season after July 4th. Now, look, this obviously has to do with a lot of these spikes with the with COVID-19. You're getting a lot more positive tests. Look, I'm not a doctor. I'm not anybody in any kind of medical field. I do football videos. That's what I do, and I wrestle. However, I don't know if the spike is because more tests are available, or if it's just more places being open and more people being able to go out, more people not wearing masks, or all the above. Probably all the above. But the NFL is definitely, and look, I could be wrong here, but I think that next season there were only going to be 2 playoff games anyway. Again, I could be wrong, but I think that that's what they agreed on with the new playoff structure and the preseason schedule. Look, nobody gets excited for preseason football. I mean, even the diehards like me, we look forward to it because it's football, but it's not something that we got marked on our calendars. Now, what this does for teams like the Eagles is it kind of sucks for the players on the bubble, man, because these preseason games where guys like we remember in 2017, guys like Corey Clement kind of make an impression on coaches. Also last year, Boston Scott kind of make an impression on coaches and showing what they can do in preseason games. So guys on the bubble like this year, like Michael Warren, the running back, or Adrian Killings, aren't going to have as much of a chance now with 2 games gone. And that 4th game was always the game where it was just guys on the bubble, basically, and guys that were going to be on the street. So yeah, it definitely sucks for the players because now it's just less film on you. And the Eagles could end up cutting a guy that's really good. Say they cut, and I'm just throwing his name out there, a guy like Adrian Killings, and he ends up going to another team and being amazing. If you would have had a couple extra playoff games, maybe you would have seen that. Again, that's just hearsay at this point. And then what do you do with your starters? You only have 2 games to play with here. Do they just play 1 game, or do they play a half? Like, what do you do? It's going to be really interesting to find out as the NFL and the nation tries to figure out this COVID-19 thing. Also heard reports that the NFL might ask fans to sign waivers, or at least individual teams will. So if you try to go to an Eagles game, you'll have to sign a liability waiver in case you get COVID. You can't sue the Philadelphia Eagles, and I think a lot of people wouldn't have a problem signing that thing. But guys, that's it for right now. So nothing has been officially announced by the NFL yet. This is just a report by Pro Football Talk, but the more I hear about it, the more it seems like it's going to happen. Weeks 1 and Week 4 are going to be eliminated, and you're just going to have 2 playoff games to go. And that's going to be weird not seeing the Eagles play the Jets in preseason. But that's it for today, guys. Stay safe out there. Stay healthy. Wear your mask. Go Birds. See you guys later. What's up, everybody? So for the first time in history, we have an in-video update here on Eagles News Now. Now, look, I recorded the previous video about a day ago. Since then, there has been an update to what the NFL might do with their preseason. As today, July 3rd, the NFL Players Association voted unanimously to cancel the entire preseason. They don't even want to play 1 game of preseason football, which, as I talked about earlier, is going to completely suck for some of these guys that actually get their jobs by playing in the preseason. However, the players don't want any part of it. They don't feel safe. So they just want to play, I guess they just want to start the season on September 13th. Now look, the NFL hasn't even formally announced that they're cutting the preseason down to 2 games. However, it seems like it is set in stone. So it's unclear whether they'll take this recommendation from the NFL Players Association into consideration at all. But that's what the players want. They don't want any preseason football at all. So we'll see how the NFL responds to that in the coming days. Everybody enjoy your 4th of July weekend, and go Birds.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!